Moving on, question number 2 comes in here from Phillipe. Hi there, Phillipe. Thanks for being part of the amazing WiggyWam community. So Phillipe says, we're thinking about buying a recently built house that was built by a self-builder. The house looks pretty sound, both inside and outside, but unfortunately the guy who owns it told me he didn't get an NHBC certificate, even though all his building regs have checked out and he's close to getting the final certificate. We've spoken to a broker who thinks it's difficult for us to get finance without an NHBC certificate. Is there anything we can do, as the property is going for a good price and we'd really like to live there? Okay, well, thanks for the question, Phillipe. It's an interesting scenario that you're in there with this self-builder, and obviously I've not seen the property. So I'm kind of going on a bit of experience here from similar sort of circumstances that I found myself in. Many years ago, Phillipe, we did, or I should say I did a barn conversion, and I literally was hands-on doing the work myself. And this is when I was young and naive and didn't know any better. And again, at the time, I think there was some issues around, I forget the exact story, but around getting an NHBC certificate in place. And for whatever reason, I think it was they either didn't do it, or we'd actually started some crucial work and then we couldn't retro-apply the certificate. I can't remember exactly what the scenario was, but I know for a fact that we couldn't get that NHBC certificate in place. Now, what I did do is you can retrospectively apply. At the time, it was what was known as an architect certificate. And I spoke to a local architect who was actually, I found through a BNI group. And he came out to the property, had a look, did the full inspection. I forget how much it was like a couple of grand or whatever it was, but he got a copy of the plans. He walked around the property to see the spec that we'd done it to. He'd seen some photographs that we'd taken during the course of the build as well, which was always useful to make sure that the work had been done to an appropriate standard. And he was happy to issue the architect certificate off the back of that. And that was deemed sound enough for anybody to then get finance on the property, as it were. So that's where I'd probably point you on this one. There may be other solutions out there. It might be worth doing a bit of a Google around the topic of, I don't know, retrospective NHBC certificate, and have a bit of a search and see what comes up. But you basically want somebody who will give you an insurance-backed product that basically is suggesting that, you know, the build has been done in accordance with regs. If there's a problem at a later date, then that policy will pay out to rectify any of the issues that have been, found that have caused the problem. Okay, so it's well worth doing a bit of digging around that, and then ring up and get a couple of prices. See who's out there in the marketplace in your local area who can come along and help you out and put the certificate in place. And that should be more than enough to allow you to buy the property. The slight challenge you might have here, Phillipe, is that I'm going to read into the question a little bit, and I'm going to suggest that the reason you are potentially getting this property at a good price is because the seller doesn't think that they can get this sort of certification in place retrospectively. Okay. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm going to read into the question here. And so the danger that you have with the house buying and selling process in England and Wales is that you could go out there and get that certificate, or let him know that the certificate is available, and then the price goes up. Okay, so it's worth looking into whether or not you could do an exchange contracts or a conditional exchange of contracts with a delayed completion. Okay. And that could that conditional exchange could be on the balance that they get the final sign-off from building control. Okay, and then you would have 60, 90 days to complete the sale once that final certificate is in place. Okay, but it gives him certainty that you've exchanged contracts and that the final certificate is in place from building control. That would then give you the time to go out, get your architect certificate in place, or any other certificate that does the same sort of job, put that in place with the building control sign-off, and then you've got no problems going forward with a broker getting your finance in place, whatever it might be, and proceeding to buy the property. So that's kind of how I would attack it. And I think it's sensible because, you know, if you're saving 20, 30, 40, 50 grand, whatever it might be, or more, it's worth structuring a deal in that way. And it's sometimes that can be a little bit complicated for a few solicitors. So if you're struggling to find the right one, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to guide you through that process and see what we can do to get you there as soon as possible. All right. So good luck, Philippe. Let me know if there's anything else that I can do, and wishing you all the very best of luck. Sounds very exciting. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much indeed for all of your questions, and really appreciate your support in these webinars that we're doing and for the questions that we're putting out there online. Please do consider sharing these videos with your friends and social networks. The more people that we can reach, there's about 1 million people a year that need our help and support in the home moving journey, and it would be a pleasure to answer their pertinent property questions and to give them as much advice, help and support as we possibly can. So please do, as I say, consider subscribing to these videos, consider sharing them with your social network, getting it out there, help us reach more and more people. For those of you that want to send in your property questions to us, we're here every week doing this, so please send your questions in. You can send them in via email. Our email address is happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. That's happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. And send us your property questions. And you can also reach us via our website, which is wiggywam.co.uk. So that's wiggywam.co.uk. You can go online, set up your free profile on there, access some of the amazing resources we've already got on there, and that knowledge base is growing by the day. So well worth investing some time there, having a look round. You can also contact us via Twitter. Twitter handle is @WiggyWam_UK. So that's @WiggyWam_UK. And send your questions to us there, or share some social media stuff online with us as well. That would be amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for your support. Thank you for joining the Property Revolution. Thank you for pledging your allegiance to what we're doing here with WiggyWam. And I look forward to welcoming you back same time, same place next week, and wish you all a great week, rest of the week ahead, and an amazing weekend as well. So thanks ever so much indeed. You take care. Good night. God bless.